Cam Newton was recently just canceled after saying he cannot have platonic relationships with women.
You have any platonic relationships in your life right now?
With a woman?
Yeah.
No. When I say platonic, we have no business to be had together.
But I say this to say, if you can't have a normal, hey, what's up, Cam, how you been? Just checking on you, you good? Because you don't look at them like human beings that are not sexual.
No, you're trying to shift the narrative.
Yeah. Cam Newton was recently just canceled. All right, seems as though he's in a bit of hot water due to recent podcast conversation, which can be described by these news outlets that are alleging this as sexist. So, guys, I want to go through an article that I found talking about this, as well as get into the actual conversation that it's being alleged that led to the cancellation. Now, the show was up on BET for like 8 episodes, referred to as 106 in Sports, a play off of that iconic show 106 in Part. Nevertheless, let's take a look at one of these articles. Cam Newton literally gets canceled after saying he cannot have platonic relationships with women. All right. Usually when someone brings up cancel culture, it's a euphemism for minor consequences. However, for Cam Newton, he actually went and got himself canceled. BET just announced 106 in Sports is canceled after 8 episodes. But Cam Newton has nobody to blame but himself for getting canceled. Cancellation of the show is just days after he stated on the podcast that he's incapable of having platonic friendships with women. Quote, "I'm not about to be around no woman platonically," Newton said, "because I'm not about to play them games. It may be self-control if she fine. I'm not about to have her around playing that I don't think that she's attractive. I don't have good-looking women around that's friends." Now, his co-host, Ashley Nicole Moss, didn't seem too happy with that viewpoint. And there goes a picture of him with the almost naked co-host. So this is where the initial conversation happened. Let's listen.
You have any platonic relationships in your life right now?
With a woman?
Yeah.
No.
Is that by choice?
I'm not about to be around no woman platonically. Listen.
We gotta unpack this, Cam. Why?
Because I'm not about to play them type of games.
Is it self-control?
Call it what you want.
I'm asking.
Call it, it may be self-control.
I'm asking.
If she fine, I'm not about to have her around playing like I don't think that she's attractive.
Is it possible to think someone's attractive and still behave yourself?
Yes.
Do you have control of them thoughts?
Yes. But I'm not about to play them games.
What game is it?
The game of saying, hey, we not about to be friends. I don't have good-looking women that's friends around me.
So
no.
Just all the. Do you have any ugly ones? I gotta ask.
I don't even have women friends, bro. Respectfully.
Why?
I don't.
And I understand you saying you're not finna play this game, but Cam, you're a smart man. I'm gonna need you to go deeper than that.
He did.
Yeah, we're gonna go deep. I know me.
You know you, okay?
I know me.
He's being truthful here.
That means if I'm around a woman long enough, I'm going to find something good in her that attracts me.
Okay, and when you're attractive, what then happens? When you're attracted, what then happens?
Sex.
Cam, this is a bigger issue than I thought we had here.
So, understanding that I know what's to come from a platonic situation, I don't even play.
Platonic.
No, I don't do that. Baby, you too fine for me. We not doing that.
Interesting.
No.
So, okay. If I take the word friendship off of the table, do you have platonic relationships in your life that involve women?
I just told you, I don't have no attractive woman that I'm cool with that I do not have plans on stabbing.
Damn!
Listen, stabbing is a crazy euphemism to be utilized within this context. But here's the thing. I respect him when he says this. Hey, listen, different dudes are going to have different ability to discipline themselves when they get in and around vagina. All right. And I do think that now this does come after him having like 11 kids or some shit like that. But I do think that his recognition of his inability to withhold from stabbing, it's growth. All right. This is what mature men do. They recognize their weaknesses. And if they don't try to make their weakness into a strength, then they figure out how to make sure that their weakness doesn't increase the amount of risk within their life. Can men and women ever really just be strictly platonic friends? The likelihood is very low, especially if they met after high school, right? Like after the puberty stage. But we also can't act like beautiful women cannot be leveraged in order to enhance or support your mission or your purpose, all right? But this topic actually came up again in another podcast that Cam Newton was doing with two overly emotional young ladies that were obviously trying to paint him in a negative light. And apparently, due to this canceling, it seems as though they absolutely succeeded. Let's go over that conversation right now. Quick emergency meeting. I was recently searching for my name online and found way too much personal information, which brought me down this weird rabbit hole of how that could have happened, and found out that there's companies out there called data brokers that will sell your data to marketers, scammers, and even stalkers. And it's a nasty, disgusting feeling knowing that there's bad actors out there selling my information, selling your information for profit. But that's why I'm recommending today's sponsor, Aura. Now, I use Aura to automatically remove my information from these sites and keep my information off. But they do other things as well, such as bank fraud and identity theft alerts, VPN access. But guys, utilize my link down in the description box down below for a 14-day trial. At least see if you've been compromised. Privacy is king in this day and age, and you should know if your information is out there. So again, utilize my link, aura.com/MTR, in the description box down below to try 2 weeks free. That's way more than enough time to see if your personal data has been exposed. Go now.
Appreciate you. Even though, we get dragged. Drag these! Let's go into our questions. All right, I just went viral for saying I don't have platonic friends that are women.
Can,
Yes, I saw that.
Platonic.
is there a reason that we're saying platonic? Just out of curiosity.
What's wrong with platonic?
I was because I thought it was platonic. Am I wrong or right?
You say tomatoes or tomatoes?
Eclectic.
You say
That's what
pecan
or
you say
eclectic.
pecan? Yeah, like we over here acting like we all graduated from college
We
with
did.
doctors and
Well, we
masters
did.
and PhDs. And
I'm just
philosophy.
kidding. But I was asking if there was a joke that I'm missing out on.
No, it's platonic.
Okay, go ahead.
What would you like me to say it? How would you like it?
Just say what you want to say.
Platonic.
Play with it.
So with your man, can he have platonic relationships with other women?
Absolutely.
Okay, how are you identifying platonic?
They have never played with that coochie.
I thought you was gonna say with that tonic.
They don't do that. But yeah, I don't, because I have platonic male friends. And it's never been like, I have a platonic friend that I met when I was 15, my best friend, and
He's straight?
He's straight, and he's now my brother-in-law. Never hit on me, always protected me, never was like that. Him and my sister have been together for years. I have a lot of.
That's a different dynamic.
It's not. He was my brother before he even knew my sister.
Yeah, that's a different dynamic.
It's not though, because I knew him like years before him and my sister got together.
Okay, platonic to me is, first off, a working relationship. If I work alongside, as you've seen beautiful women,
Very
here,
beautiful women. Black women, might I add.
correct,
queen.
that I work alongside with, that's not platonic. That's a working relationship.
Okay.
So when I say platonic, we have no business to be had together. It's just, yo, I seen you at the gym. Yo, what's up? You good? You straight? I'm just checking in on you. Like that, I don't have those.
Oh, yeah, I have those.
Yeah. But to me, can I be honest?
Please.
When men say that they can't have platonic relationships with women, that makes me feel like you don't look at women as human beings.
Oh,
Why would you say that?
Jesus.
My producer is a woman.
Because
But you just said that's a business relationship.
Because you said that's a business relationship, because they are working for you. They're showing up for you because they're getting paid, no shade. But I say this to say, if you can't have a normal, hey, what's up, Ken, how you been? Just checking on you, you good? Because you don't look at them like human beings that are not sexual.
No, you're trying to shift the narrative.
yeah. Leave it to an emotional and irrational woman to try to shift the narrative or to escalate a simple boundary that a man has created because he's created it based off of his lack of eggplant discipline. A platonic relationship is a relationship that is anything but sexual. So you can have a loving platonic relationship with someone else from the opposite sex, as long as it doesn't involve any sexual contact. Heterosexual men have platonic relationships with other heterosexual men. Hey, I love you, bro. Keep your head up. Keep doing well, man. Man, I love to see you win. This is platonic relationship. What Cam is saying is if that was a chick that was saying that, he'd have a hard time, for lack of a better term, not getting hard and stab relentlessly, which will probably then produce yet another child. But instead, this woman tries to make him out to be an evil person. It's funny how these man haters tend to do that. Let's go.
That makes me out to be a person that doesn't know what I'm trying to refrain from, right? I don't want to have any loose ends. I don't want to put myself in a position that I know myself. It has nothing to do with me not looking at them as not being human beings or you not being human beings. But if we don't have nothing, and this is coming from a person, I don't have any male friends. So let's just throw that out there too. If we're not making money together, bro, if we're not doing anything that better ourselves, there's not a person that could be like, yo, like Cam's my former teammates. Yeah, but we were former teammates. It's not a person that I'm checking for like, hey, bro, what you about to get into? Hey, let's go. That's not who Cam is. It's either I'm I'm working or I'm home. That's my life. So platonic female relationships, I don't have. Platonic male relationships, I don't have. I just don't.
Okay, well, that's understandable if you're saying you don't have friends, period. Yeah. It doesn't have to be a gender thing, but when it came with the clip I saw, it came off like, oh, I don't have female friends because you can't control yourself.
It was giving lack of control. Like that, so I would rather just not have women friends because I know I might cross that line of friendship.
Well, even if it was though, is that a problem?
Is that
because
it's no.
Because also too,
it's a problem.
Also just because you want to cross that line, it don't necessarily mean she do. So y'all can still be friends.
That's cool, but listen.
Or now is it a rejection thing?
It's not. No, it's not a rejection thing. It's a understanding. What happened to understanding? Like, yo, if a person is fighting an addiction.
Okay.
And hey, you're going through these AA meetings or you're going through the steps to become a better version of yourself. Mm-hmm. Why would you position your everyday walk of life passing what you're trying to get over?
Yeah. So why are you gonna rock a crackhead through a crack house, right? Like that when they trying to get over crack, right? That's not a good thing. We've gone over in multiple podcasts, specifically the one that I can think of is with Mr. Jason Wilson, and we talked about his inability to self-regulate, to self-control, right? And he referenced it as being, well, you've never been in my shoes, Jason Wilson, right? To say you've not been a 6'6" athlete, so you don't get all of the looks as what I do. And we all acknowledge that it is a cop-out, but it seems like he's making a forward-thinking decision to stay away from those types of relationships to lower the risks within his life. The only type of women that will not understand the logic of that are those that are situated within a negative light of men, right? They don't really like men, and they can only accumulate their movements or their actions to being an evil or a negative focus. The man's already in a relationship, well documented his lack of self-control. Any being that can rub two sticks together can figure this equation out. I don't understand why this is so damn difficult.
I mean, you so addicted to them yams that you can't have a friend?
It has nothing to do with yams or friends.
But that's
everything to
do
with I know me.
So you don't have control. You lack self-control.
However you want to. What about
He's not disagreeing.
Saying, hey, I respect you for knowing yourself enough to not cross that line in any type of relationship.
But why can't you not cross it? Like,
I'm cordial.
Okay.
Like you. This is.
But that's why I said you don't look at attractive women beyond being something that you can on.
I just don't cross.
This
that
is
line.
so crazy.
I'm cordial. It's not that I don't make eye contact. It's not that I don't communicate. It's not that I don't try to be of service to them in any capacity. It's just a line that I'm not just willing to. I say this and this goes back to me being honest. Mm-hmm. I rarely give my number out. I talk to a lot of people on Instagram.
Okay.
Right?
And they can decipher them letters?
Yeah, they do.
Ooh.
And it's one of those things like I protect my peace.
All right.
As an individual that knows that, and for somebody that may hear this and say, oh, I knew he was that's cool. That don't move me.
Okay.
What moved me is a person that realizes like, yo, he been communicating with me on Instagram for real. Like, dang, like, yeah, because my peace is more important than anything else to me, because when I have to show up for individuals, whether I'm working alongside them, whether I'm trying to be there as a family member, or just making a solid business decision, I want to have pristine focus on that. And I don't want no distractions. So if I'm at that particular point where I'm saying to myself, hey, I don't want nothing to sway me away from that. So male or female, we ain't platonically
anything. No. Okay. I can understand it, like I said, if it's from humans. You don't with humans, people. That's what I'm saying. But in the clip, it seemed like it was women only. But now that you put it that way,
it did.
I understand.
Don't get no.
There's something under that hat.
But what was your question?
To me, it's odd to say that you prioritize your peace. Meanwhile, you have a podcast where you let people come in to judge you. And this is actually one of the many reasons why I don't do that podcast shit. I like my commentary shit right over here. I can control myself, my schedule, my work around me. But nevertheless, it's almost like the young man can't win. He's getting judged for cheating on women, and then he's also getting judged for not wanting to have those same women as friends. You can't win. And I guess to a degree, that's part of the job. He signed up for it, right, to have his life judged because he has his relationships out there. But then also what's interesting is that they will judge him, right, and negatively position him based off of his interactions with women. Meanwhile, women like this never talk to women that follow in or listen to them about practicing closing their goddamn legs. It's just only up to the man to be judged on his degree of discipline. Meanwhile, women grant access to the box. Let's go.
I'm sorry.
I was just asking, in her relationship, could a woman have a platonic relationship with your boyfriend?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think so too.
You mind your relationship, I'ma mind mine.
Especially if they were friends before.
Yeah.
Like, but that's my thing.
What if they not though?
Like, y'all all of a sudden becoming friends
That's
after we
saying.
married? No, I don't know about it. But if she was already in his life,
like-
I would be
And
cool
I ain't gonna
with
lie,
that.
it depends on the friend.
Like, come on, like,
Hey,
stop doing
Dragon
that.
Cole
Come on,
trying to come be my husband, friend. What you want, big booty, bitch?
But the funny thing is, to be honest, people, I don't be wanting nobody man, so you wouldn't have to worry
That was
about
funny.
it.
I'm just
It ain't
saying for
about that.
example.
It ain't about that. But no,
I'm
see,
kidding,
this
I'm
this
kidding.
what be happening.
Oh, okay.
See, when Cam sit up here and say certain things,
Yeah, they
and
judge
then y'all
him
be
differently.
Like, nah, you wrong. But then all of a sudden, when you say, well, they friends, it's too many parameters that's being kind of shoved in after the
Yeah.
fire done got started. What does it matter? If you're going to have a platonic friend, whether he knew him or knew her before
No.
you or after you, it's a platonic friend. Are you allowing your man to have a platonic friend, yes or no?
No, I feel like it's a layered question, and that's
No,
why
it's
you
not.
have to.
It's simple. It's a
You
question.
have to provide more context. No, it's
The
not.
context is, are you
If
allowing your man to have a platonic relationship with another woman?
Yes, if he knew her before me.
And that's it.
And that's it. If he met her after, no, because I don't know the history of the relationship. The history is what makes me feel comfortable. So if you were friends with this person before me and y'all never had no type of romantic relationship or anything, I'm cool with that. But somebody new coming into the picture, bitch, I don't know what your intentions are.
Thank you.
I'm not.
I don't know what the intent is, and that's what the issue is for me. With somebody who's been there, I
Yeah.
know the intent.
I think, like, hypothetically, I would say, like, yes, I am okay with it, but also it depends on who you're dating. Like we said, hypothetically, say me and you we were married.
Correct.
A woman trying to come be Cam Newton friend, you want that spire. I know what you want. I know what you came for.
Nuts.
Or that money.
Because you know you like to give it
A
out.
little swimmer.
And she want a little bit.
This nigga just giving it out. What the hell?
That's all I'm saying.
I like where we at. This is the thing. Like, I want us to really have a real conversation because there's too many tap dancing that's happening. Not just, I'm not speaking on this particular discussion. I'm talking about when you really lay the question out and you start to say, Cam really ain't crazy. Like, he's really like.
And I see you took it too far.
He the person that's really saying how.
You crazy.
No.
But
You a little,
you
a little crazy.
some of them marbles still on that field. But
Are they shining or they dull? Because I need that shining marble.
You shining.
a few
You
shining. But let me tell you, I'm gonna give you your props, Ken, right now. Cause you know what? I'm finna tell on myself a little bit. When I was in school and like that class of y'all that like went to the league and stuff, like y'all was it. Like y'all was them. You know what I'm saying? And now you be so happy. You be like the guys that you used to have crushes on, and you see where they are now, and you're like, oh my God. So I will say you have done very well for yourself. So the marbles, some of them dull, but enough are shiny to where you still got it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. All right. I find it interesting that when he began to ask more questions, all of a sudden you need a whole TED Talk to try to explain all of the nuances within this thing that he so clearly laid out for you. All this to land at the original starting point of what he started out with, that a marriage is going to change, right? The friendship structure. Like, why would that change it any more than a long-term relationship? But see, when you put the shoe on the other foot and they're forced to have empathy for his points and positions, then only they can come into alignment with the things that he was saying. It's just wild seeing this. And if this interaction or his thoughts on this, really did lead to the cancellation of the show 106 in Sports, then that is some sick, sad, and pathetic shit. But really, what happened right here, it's not complicated, right? He stated his boundaries multiple times. It's not a law. It's not a commandment for every single type of man, right? We're all different, having some men that don't want to have any discipline. Now, they enter in the consequences within their life because of that. And then oftentimes those type of men are the ones that make it to a certain level in life, and then their whole life comes crashing down due to an allegation, or whether it be false or, true. And then you got other types of men that would never cheat, right? Or do anything with a platonic female friend, right? And they, then have the benefits of, potentially women within their circle or, their friend group that they can then leverage for other benefits within their life as well. But the fact is that he understands his nature. He understands that he don't have that control. So he doesn't want that risk. It doesn't make him an evil person to not want that. But it makes sense because, people like that, they consider boundaries to be insulting. They don't accept standards, right? Standards are and laws are just, rules is just meant to be broken, right? And if someone attacks the boundaries or the standards with logic, what you find is that the hamster wheel within the brain begins to scramble and run as fast as it can to power on large enough in order to make it through the thought. But it looks like Cam turned the logic back up on them, and then they were able to finally catch up to the conversation. Nevertheless, guys, that's all I got for you here today. Questions, comments, concerns, leave it out in the comment box down below. I appreciate you guys for rocking with me each and every day. We are absolutely turning up from a numbers perspective. Shout out to today's sponsor, Aura. Thank you guys so much for continuing to support the channel. Guys, you must protect your private information. Utilize my link down below to get 2 weeks free into Aura to see if your private information has been exposed on these public websites, accessible by scammers who want to do nefarious things with your information. All right, Aura is who I trust to get that done for me. All right, but guys, let me know what you think down in the comment box down below. I appreciate you for rocking with me. I love you, and I'll see you soon. Peace.
So without further ado, MTR, cut through the BS like we in charge. No cap with the rappers like steel bars. I'm packing and rapping like here we are. Mediocre tutorial reviews. Like, comment, share my views. Come up and I paid my dues. Big step in my black way shoes. MTR, he break it down, yeah, it's MTR. Check out the sound when it's MTR. No one put it down like it's MTR.